Good morning, students. So, yesterday we were discussing about the properties, the physical properties of metals and non-metals, right? Today also we'll be continuing the physical properties of metals and non-metals. I'm pretty much sure that you have understood whatever I am teaching and you are able to follow my instructions. And state syllabus students, I understand that you have few confusions about the textbook. So the textbook was changed this year, very recently, like, just 2 3 days back, we got an intimation that the textbook has been changed and NCERT book only is implemented for state board as well. But then I have good news for you. We are retaining the two chapters which was taught by your previous teacher, the natural resources and our environment. We are retaining that. And again, no knowledge goes in vain. If the same topics will be repeated in any of the NCERT textbook as well, textbook chapters as well, so we will retain those two chapters and we will eliminate two chapters in NCERT book which consist of those portions. This is only for state syllabus students. The instruction is only for state syllabus students. So CBSE students, please don't get confused. It is only for them. Oh, it is only for state syllabus students. I'm repeating again and again because you should not get confused. And if you have already kept notes, a classwork for your science subject, please continue writing your notes and other things. However you were doing earlier, continue the same thing. I don't want you to change or switch to a new book or something like that. I don't want you to do that. So that's all about it. If you have any queries, you can just ping me in WhatsApp whenever the chat is open for you. And one more simple instruction I would like to give to all of you guys: please don't say good morning, good evening, okay, and all that during the sessions. I just want you to send your attendance. Please do that. That would be very great. Just send your names so that I will be able to mark the attendance. That's it. Okay. Please avoid unwanted messages and don't send personal messages to me. I don't want to read all the personal messages. Anything you have, you can say it on the group during the science class only, and after that I will be closing the chat for you guys, so that we all are in track with the other subjects which we are supposed to learn. It is not that we do science for the whole day, correct? Okay, that's all about it. We'll jump into the chapter now. I have a few things to show you guys. I have brought in a lot of things today, so I want to show it to you. So this is a coal, charcoal. So it is a metal or non-metal. I would just like to revisit the properties which we learned yesterday. It does not have any lustrous surface. The surface is not shining, so it is definitely a non-metal, right? And this is the electric wire, charger wire, which I had waste once, the unused one. So I just brought it to show you guys. See, it has after the insulation is peeled off, we have metal wires here, right? Do you see? If you don't see it here, you also can see it in your own charges, provided that is not being used. Okay. A lot of wires are bunched together inside the insulation. So this is how metals can be drawn into wires. So the same thing, if I will take this non-metal, if I will try to draw it into wires, definitely it will break. It is very soft. It's not strong enough. It's not hard. And this is my geometry box, my instrument box. Why I took this? Because see, this is one sheet of metal and this will be the other sheet of metal, correct? I have certain things inside also. See, this is also a metallic substance. It is my watch's small piece, but then see, it has a shining surface and it is very hard. It cannot be broken very easily. It is solid at room temperature, all that. And this is also a metallic substance, a kind of it is drawn into a kind of wire. This also a metallic screw. This is wood. It's a non-metal. That's it. I do have a 2 rupee coin with me. This is also metal. It satisfies all the characteristics of metals, right? Before we jump into our presentation, I would like to ask you a question which I forgot to ask you. It's a very simple question. All of you will be knowing the answer to this question. But then, yes, I want to hear the answers from you in the chat, in the WhatsApp chat. So I would like to know how many alphabets are there in English. Very simple question. How many alphabets are there in English? That's it. Okay. So please answer in the WhatsApp group when you are looking at this video. I'll be waiting for your answers. Now, jumping back into the presentation, let us just revisit what all we have learned about metals and non-metals. Yeah. These are the properties of metals and non-metals which we had discussed yesterday. I had told you that metals are hard, they cannot be broken easily, but non-metals are soft and brittle, they can be broken very easily. For example, I will take this only. This is a charcoal piece, and see, I can make it into powder. So that's how it is. And it smells a lot. It is actually the Samrani Bhakti, which we use it in our puja room. I was inside the room where the all the puja items are kept, so I just grabbed those things and I'm trying to explain you guys. Okay, and metals have a lustrous surface; they have a shining surface, but in non-metals they have dull surface, which I have already discussed yesterday. Metals are malleable; non-metals are not malleable. What is the meaning of malleability? Malleability is a property of metals by which they can be beaten into sheets. Okay. And non-metals are ductile, non-metals are not ductile. So that is, metals can be drawn into wires, non-metals cannot be drawn into wires. And the next one we forgot to discuss yesterday. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity, and non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. This is very important. We find a lot of applications with this particular point. For example, the cooker, the pressure cooker which we use, the cooker, the container inside which the rice gets boiled is a metallic container, but then the handle which is used to hold the cooker, the handle is made of bakelite. It is a non-metal again. Why? Because they do not conduct heat. They are cold when, even when the cooker has been heated for a very long time, these handles, they do not get heated because does not get transferred to it, right? And one more example I'll give you. Electricians, whenever they are doing work, electric wiring work and all that, they wear rubber slippers or they stand on a wooden table. Why is that? Because wood is a bad conductor of electricity. They do not conduct electricity. Provided you are standing on a metallic chair, if there is a shock, then definitely it will be a severe thing for you. Electric shock, correct? So metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. And the next thing is, metals are sonorous, non-metals are not sonorous. Are we clear with all this? And yes, sonorous is just a ringing sound which the metals will produce. Non-metals do not produce that kind of sound. So provide, if I will give you a tiffin box, two tiffin boxes I'll give you. One tiffin box, say, is made of plastic. The other tiffin box is say made of steel. If I will give you a small pen and ask you to find out of those two tiffin boxes which is made up of plastic and which is made up of metal, will you be able to find it out? You will be able to find it out just by tapping, because see, I have a metallic geometric box here, and what do I have? I have a plastic box, my spectacle container, my spectacle box. So I have a pen with me. This is the sound given by metal. This is the sound given by non-metal. So definitely, easily I can identify. See here, and this is the one. So there is a characteristic sound that the metals will produce. I also have a bell in my puja room. I can, use it and show you how good sound it makes. But then I'm pretty much sure that you all have seen bells, okay, and you have used it too. So examples also, I have given a few examples of metals and non-metals. Yes, calcium, magnesium, iron, copper, aluminum, etc. are metals. Sulfur, carbon, oxygen, phosphorus, etc. are non-metals. So this is made up of carbon. This is a carbon. And oxygen I have not seen, and probably you also will not get a chance to see because oxygen is colorless. This is my this is a matchstick, and the tip of the matchstick is red in color, correct? So this is made up of phosphorus, the matchstick tip. Okay, that's pretty much about it. I'll just join you back in the next video. Thank you. Please watch the next video as well, because I have an assignment for you guys today. You all were very sweetly enjoying yesterday's class, so today I have an assignment for you.